Hi everyone! So today I will be talking about the case study and the tech demo that I will be doing. Um, One second. So the case study overview. Mr. Washington is a 10th grade art teacher. He is creating a lesson where students will need to research in groups about different timelines of history and meaningful areas like the Vietnam War and Black Lives Matter movement. Um, Students will be using articles, images, and videos to reference, and then use each to find an artist in their topic area and how their art relates to the topic and one another. So each student will pick a different artist of their topic, so like the Black Lives Matter movement. They'll each find an artist to use, and then they figure out what ties them all together and how their art relates to that topic. Um, They need a technology tool that will allow them to communicate effectively and bring all of their work together to form one big project that they will later present. So, the case study goals and challenges. Mr. Washington needs the following challenges met with the resources chosen. So, each student needs to be able to communicate effectively with the other students in their group and be creative with the group members and keep track of their work on their own. Um, he needs to be able to see how each student progresses throughout the project. He also needs to see that it's private, so it's just the group project themselves and no one else in that specific technology. Um, he also has to grade their work privately, and then he also needs to be able to give feedback to students before they present their projects. So the chosen technology that I chose was Padlet. Padlet is a free online website for students and teachers. The main theme is that the website allows you to make bulletin boards of your facts, resources, and ideas. So really, if you think about it, it's just like, I don't know if you did this as a student, but when I was a student, my teacher would write something on the board like a topic, and then we would all look up information about that topic on a sticky note, and then when we were done with it, we'd put the sticky note on the board. So it's kind of like that. And then students can work on assignments while keeping tracks of ideas, collaborate, and create better skills using technology while keeping in touch with the modern world. So it's kind of like posting on a social media page, if you think about it like that. So I think students really like that, especially older students targeting the grade that he's teaching, which is 10th grade. Here's pictures of the students using Padlet. On this one, it shows that a student is showing the project that they worked on, presenting it to the class. Here are some students working on their project with it. Here's a bulletin board of their project, and then here's a big image of students working on it. Here's an example I found. Their project was working on family and their background history. This was during COVID, so they were really excited to create their own images. I thought that was really cute, and they all added little pictures and videos of their families. And then this one is of the solar system. Um, they used the split type of formatting used, which I'll show you later. And they made split views of each planet. So there's that. Here are some images of student and teacher point of view. I will be going into more depth on the website. Here are some just screenshots. Here's what it will look like when you go to the website. This will be the first thing that you see after you sign up and everything. Then you will be choosing your format. There are several different formats that you can use, which are all really great. I think that the wall, shelf, and the timeline are the most used for students just because of the formatting. It's not as messy as the other ones, but it's all up to the teacher on what minimum requirements you have. So I guess it just really depends on your topic. And then this one is the format settings of each board that you make. There are different settings that I'll also go into more depth about in a minute. Yeah. Okay. So the very last slide I will go over in a second. Now I'm going to show you how to use it. Okay, so after you sign up, all you really need is your email account to sign up. It is completely free. You can get an upgrade to do more slides, or sorry, more bulletin boards. The free version has a limit of 3. So what I'm recommending is to archive any old ones that you don't have. So like this one, we could archive, and then it'll save it, and you can work on a new one. That way you don't have to delete any serious topics that you really needed. And then once you go here, you can join a Padlet, or you can make a Padlet. Teachers will use the join a Padlet when they need to view their students' group projects. So the student will share their link to the teacher throughout whatever form of email or classroom, Google Classroom, things like that. And then this is the Make a Padlet button. I did already start an example of the case study, so we will go to that. You can change the background to whatever you like. I liked this one because it relates to Black Lives Matter. You can also change the title, the little quote at the bottom. It shows my username. You can also change the profile picture if you want. I didn't really do that because I didn't see a point. I did choose the split view, and you can add more sections, but each topic will be right here. For example, just because it's just me, I did put names, but originally it will show it in this right hand corner up here who posted what. So Mr. Washington could keep track of that. And then they add their topic, and you can add an image, a link, a video, any kind of resource, and you can post a comment about what it is about. And then after that, a student can also comment. So on this one, I said, I think we could add more about the meaning behind why it was painted in front of the Capitol. That way it ties into the topic more about Black Lives Matter and the artist about it. And then you can also add more columns. And over here, it'll show you the things you can do, which are uploading, which I just talked about, camera, link, image search. You can search images up if you don't already have one saved. And then you can do more, which is all of this. You can add music, GIFs, screen record, camera, video camera, location, other Padlets, drawings, all sorts of things. And then you can also, this is where you'll write down your comment under your picture. And then you will share your Padlet up here with the share button. You can send any member, or you can invite members, or you can send it to your teacher. You can email, share in Google Classroom. A lot of students use that. And then you can change the privacy settings, so you can allow just whoever you share the link with to see it, or just the students themselves. And then the little 3 dots up here will give you more settings also. You can like it into the full screen mode. This would be for presenting. So when the students are presenting, they just go to full screen, just like a PowerPoint presentation. And then all of the students will see this on the whiteboard projected. And they can then go through this and see each section. Press escape. Go back to this. And then you can also print it clearly. And then modifying it, you can change the title and the description that you had made. There are icons you can use, which are just the emojis. And then you can change the wallpaper, the color scheme, the font. Scroll down more. You can change the comments and reactions. You can request approval. Or you can filter profanity just so that there are no bad languages or terms used throughout the process. And then you can also just completely remake your slide if you don't like how this one turns out at all. Or there's also just like multiple issues done with it and you just need to start from scratch. And then you can also favorite it. And I think that is all. And then back home, it'll show different categories of your made ones, your shared Padlets, your liked Padlets, and then your archived Padlets. And then you can make different folders as well. That's all for the tech demo part. We're going to go back here. Okay. And then the last slide says, how does Padlet affect Mr. Washington in the 10th grade class? So I didn't really see any disadvantages of Padlet. I think that this is a great resource for him, other than the fact that students might get distracted due to searching images up and posting videos. They might find something inappropriate, but if you use that filter and the profanity settings, then that'll fix the situation for the most part. Yeah. And then the cost of Padlet also is a little bit of a disadvantage just because you can't do as many Padlets as you want without archiving or deleting Padlets. But by archiving, I think that helps the cost situation. The advantages of Padlet are significantly better. Students get free access to a fun and useful and engaging way to complete assignments. Mr. Washington can access a private Padlet, Mr. Washington can access a group's private Padlet and see who submitted work so far and add comments and submit to their work before they post their presentation. There's a grading tool on the Padlet settings, so he could grade their work as he views their materials. I think I showed that, but it is, let me go back to the Black Lives Matter one. It's in the modify settings, so you just go there and you click on the grading portion. So you could easily do that. And then Padlet can be used for not only group projects, but also for modern bell ringers, fun activities, announcements, kind of like a newsletter sort of thing. Parents can also get access to the links just by sharing it with them via email, discussion boards, etc. I think this is a great resource for all students and all teachers to use, and I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much.